Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are in the process of leveling up or you're just about to start, then this channel is the right place for you. My name is Esha and I talk a lot about leveling up here on my channel, a lot about fashion, elegance, skincare, hair care, and all problems related to womanhood, okay? If you're new here, please make sure you do subscribe. Today we are talking about something very interesting, like I always do. Today we are talking about the 5 ways that can make you look instantly a lot more elegant and a lot more sophisticated. So let's start. I just had to have my tea, okay? Let's start. Point number 1, your hair. Your hair sets the whole profile of your face and of your style. If you actually think about this, blur out your clothes, blur out your face, all there is your body shape and then your hair. And now look how impactful your hairstyle can be, because it sets the whole frame, it sets the whole canvas for you. So your hair needs to be on point. And what I mean by that is you don't need to be styling your hair every single day, but what you definitely need to do is have a great hair care routine in place. For example, well, the best example I can give to you right now is about myself. I wash my hair once or twice a week. And by the way, that is what I also recommend. If you have frizzy, dry, treated, colored, damaged hair, don't wash them every day. Don't even wash them every other day. In fact, wash them once or twice a week. And that way, every time you make sure that your hair is oiled and massaged properly, then you do your shampoo, and then after your shampoos, throw away your conditioners. You need to start using deep conditioning masks. You guys know that I've explained a lot about masks and conditioners in my previous videos. If you want to watch them, I will link them for you guys in the description below. So make sure you check my hair care and hair styling videos out. But always do deep conditioning masks. Throw out those conditioners, they're not going to work on frizzy hair anyways. Hair care sorted. What's next? Never forget your heat protectant sprays, your shine sprays, as well as a healthy oil-based serum. You always need layers of protection on your hair, considering we have so much pollution and you're going to be using heating tools, curling bands, straighteners, and then you sleep, and then when your hair is always rubbing against the pillows in the night, that creates a lot of friction in your hair, and that can also damage your hair. And another tip we have right here is that always make sure your pillowcases are always satin silk, not any other material like cotton, anything which is rough to the touch. No, your pillowcases should always be silk. Pure silk is best. Also make sure you always go for haircuts. I see a lot of women always trying to really grow their hair. By the way, if that is your aim, you want to have fuller, bigger, longer hair, go to our website 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗥.com and start using the Glam Growth hair oils, okay? Just go ahead and thank me later. But what I'm trying to say is, please always have a fresh haircut, always have a trim. Why? Because I always see people always wanting to have big hair. If you think about it, a fresh, trim haircut looks way better than long, dry, frizzy straws, okay? So, if you're trying to grow your hair, as I said, use a healthy hair oil. Use serums, use your heat protecting serums, oils, hairsprays that have shine in them and stuff. Use all the products that you have to, but make sure your hair is always looking on point. I personally blow dry my hair maybe just once a week or so, and I also style my hair only once a week, and I also manage to keep that hairstyle going for a good amount of days, really. And if my hair gets greasy in the middle, I actually go ahead and apply some dry shampoo and I'm good to go. So I don't personally use heat bands and straighteners and any heating tools on a daily basis. You don't have to really do that. So make sure your hair is always looking on point, guys, because it's gonna set the frame, it's gonna make you look a lot more elegant, a lot more polished. There's one thing that elegant ladies and refined ladies always have in common, and that is their hair is always nicely, neatly, professionally done. If you cannot afford to have a blow dry, let's say every week, it's okay. Just make sure your hair care is on point and you style your hair in such a way that it lasts you a good few days, okay? Again, go to my previous videos and you will see my hair styling tips and videos right on this channel. Also guys, split ends is a no-no. No frizz, no dryness. If you need a trim, go ahead, do it right now. Let's move to our next point. Our point number 2 is long coats and jackets. It's winter season. It's going to be really easy and convenient for you to actually wear really nice long coats and jackets. Don't go for short biker jackets. Yes, they might look cool and trendy, but we are talking about elegance today. That certainly does not look elegant at all. Go for materials like tweed, cashmere, wool blend and stuff like this, okay? Don't go for long coats that have polyester in there or just acrylic and stuff, because those are the worst kind of materials that you can wear. Again, refer back to my video about how to look expensive, and I mentioned very clearly about all the materials that you should not buy and the materials that you should go for, okay? So long coats actually help you elevate your whole look instantly. If you have a coat which is like, let's say, knee length or maybe even below the knee, that's actually a good impression that you make. With a long coat, you will never go wrong. Now make sure the colors that you choose are always the ones that match your skin tone, your undertones. Well, that's another topic and another subject for another video, okay? But again, coming back to long coats, they always look very elegant. Whether it is a basic camel color long coat, it always looks good on me at least. Whether it's a black long coat, always looks nice. Make sure it's flattering, and every time you go out to buy coats, make sure to try them out first. Don't just buy and grab anything just from a sales rack just because it was 50% off. Don't do those mistakes. I have done those mistakes in the past and they never got me far, trust me. So make sure you buy your coats that are really good materials, really nice colors, and they have cuts that really flatter your body type. Now, I have an hourglass body type, which means I always have to go for something that's very flattering for my waist to make my waist look even more slimmer. And that look never fails me. It always looks great on me. For example, coats that have, I'm going to try and attach pictures right here, which is why I have all this space over here. I hope you guys like this new setting. I don't really know. I know I have to really do some nice setup here, but for now, excuse it, okay? So I'm going to attach some pictures here and show you guys the types of coats that I'm talking about, okay? Whether you choose black coats, a red, a white, a beige color, looks really nice. Brown looks really classy. Camel color, always chic. But make sure they have really nice buttons, really nice detailing. The cut is flattering for your body type, okay? The seams are neat and clean. There's no threads coming out from nowhere. The buttons are tight really properly together. And if they're not, well, usually every time I buy a coat or a jacket, I always come home and I find myself with a thread and needle always trying to like fix the buttons so that they just don't fall off, because it sometimes tends to happen. Even if I buy an expensive coat, sometimes I have noticed the buttons are not done really nicely, you know, and sometimes they can just fall off in the middle of the street while you're walking. It's happened to me before and it's not a good picture, okay? That is why I always be very, very conscious about those buttons. As soon as you buy a coat, come home, do some DIY, get those needles and threads out and just fix those buttons, okay? But also go for coats that have like a really nice belt. Go for coats like that are quite designer inspired, but they don't really have to be designer and they don't even have to be expensive. The best coats that I've had and always got the most compliments on were actually just normal pieces, but they have great material. For example, this white coat over here always gets me compliments, even though I feel like I look a little fat in there, but the material is cashmere and wool mix, and it's such a warm coat with those gold buttons. It looks like one of those Balmain inspired coats, you know, but it's really nice. It's really, really nice. And to the touch, it's quite soft too. So I've always gotten compliments on this coat right here. And it's not even expensive, but it looks like, you see. Another benefit of wearing long coats and jackets instead of the shorter ones, it's gonna hide and cover the unwanted chubby areas. For example, if you have some muffin going on here and there, if you have a little stomach, you think, well, winter season, of course, we're all home, we're in lockdown, we're eating, we're gaining weight, most of us actually. So if you have those unwanted chubby areas, it's gonna cover that up too. So long coats will never fail you, okay? So always go for a really nice, classy long coat and invest in really good ones. And the colors, don't forget, that sit well on your skin complexion. Let's move to point number 3. Speak fluently, guys. Speak fluently. A lot of people actually look the part. They look very neat and clean, very polished, very refined, very, very elegant. But then as soon as they speak, it's like, it just kills the whole damn vibe, doesn't it? Have you experienced that before? Well, yeah, I have seen that quite a lot. So what do? Well, I suggest every time you're about to leave the house, always pull yourself together. Energy level, check. Body language, check. Speech, check. Make sure you drink lots of water so you can speak fluently, okay? If it's not helping, go ahead and have some green tea, some chamomile tea, put some honey in there, put some lemon in there, because honey and lemon together with some green tea actually really helps to soothe your neck area, and it really soothes your tone and your voice, and that way you'll be able to speak a bit more fluently. Do not speak like you've just woken up. It's never a good picture. It doesn't sound right. And also when it comes to accents, try to refine that a little bit. I know sometimes you are maybe from different countries, you've traveled a lot, so probably you've been brought up in different countries, and so your accent is quite like mixed up, kind of like me. I can relate to that, okay? So if you are somebody like that, you really don't need to try and fit in, maybe like have like a fake accent or anything. No, whatever you have, you work with that, because sometimes, trust me when I say this, when you are somebody that people cannot quite figure out where you are exactly from, it makes you a very interesting and very intriguing person, okay? So never be afraid of your own personality and of your own originality. Just work with what you have. So if you think your accent is quite a little mixed up and a little messy, try to refine that, but still stick to what it originally kind of is, because it makes you interesting. So if you, let's say, sound like a mix between Europe and American, it's actually great. Yeah, because that explains me too. Or if you are somebody who was brought up in London but also has been to Australia, let's say, all the time while they were growing up, then you will have like a mixture between British and Australian accent, and that is actually quite sexy too, you know. However, what I'm trying to say is, just however you speak, make sure it's fluent, it's polite, you speak slow, and you speak with a soft tone, and that really does make you seem very, very elegant, okay? Because you don't just want to look elegant, you also want to sound and vibe like you're elegant, you know, and that really does happen when you speak in the right way. Here's another tip if you want to practice on your speech. What I suggest is start watching movies and then pick up like really refined characters from every single movie, and then try to kind of like absorb their energy and observe how they speak and how they talk and how they move and how their body language is and everything, and how their accent really is. Just observe those characters and try to learn something nice from those characters, okay? Don't just start copying those characters that are very influential, but they are really not elegant at all. So add a touch of sophistication to your language, and make sure you also work on your vocabulary. If you have a good vocabulary and you're always choosing right words as you speak, that does make you look very, very elegant. It also makes you look like you're a very well-read, well-traveled person, and that is always very, very sophisticated. And don't forget, you're not allowed to use slang words. Well, slip of tongue does happen ever so often, but excuse yourself and try not to do that again. Our point number 4, body language. I know I have a full video about how to improve your body language. Refer back to my channel, check out that video. You're going to definitely learn something from that. But what I particularly want to talk about in this video, your hand gestures is what makes you the most elegant. Now listen to this. When you move your hands quite politely and slowly, and you shake hands very softly, and you hug somebody very, very gently, and you touch somebody's face very gently, okay? And you hold the teacup very, very nicely with some sophistication, a little delicacy, it just makes you look so, so, so elegant, okay? The way you hold a plate and stuff, it just makes you so elegant. So these are just the really small details. Oh, my tea, I need to finish this. So your hand gestures really do count a lot, and what I would suggest you to do, start dancing. I feel like, you know, when you start dancing, like maybe do some Indian dance, I don't know, just dance, because your hand movements and gestures are going to improve so much. It's gonna add some delicacy to your character, you know, and that's gonna be really useful for you. And while we are talking about hands, exercising helps a lot too. If you think you have chubby hands, which, well, I used to have them because I was a little bigger, but now as I exercise more, I do quite a lot more workout. Even through lockdown, I have worked out, I've done my waist training. By the way, if you want luxury waist trainers, don't forget to visit our website 𝗓𝗏𝗪cosmetics.com and order you some waist trainers and start waist training, because I totally recommend that. It has changed my life. my waist is snatched, and it's just, it sets your body straight, it sets your back straight, and if you have back pain, it just goes away, and it just helps you with your posture, with your body language quite a lot. So not only do I recommend waist trainers for weight loss and slimming for your tummy area, but also because it really does help so much with correcting your posture. So coming back to the hands, once you start exercising and losing a little bit weight, your hands are going to look quite more delicate and elegant. Because it's really hard for your hands to lose weight, trust me. They're going to stay chubby for the longest of times, okay? So once your hands start getting in shape, trust me, it's a thing, okay? Look into it. Once your hands start getting into shape, you're going to see such a difference. Your hand movements, the way you move, your hand, it's going to change the whole game for you, okay? So if you're talking about being elegant, your hand gestures will help you along the way quite a lot. And because you're talking about hands, don't forget your nails. They are so important, okay? You can't have a touch of delicacy, but then your nails look really, really ratchet. You can't let that happen to your girlfriend. No. So your nails shape is something you choose. I cannot choose that for you. Whatever, I would definitely still suggest, don't go for really long nails. Trust me, they look really nice on Instagram stories while showing products. I mean, lots of influencers do that. But in real, Does that define elegance? No. Does that make you look classy at all? No, it kind of doesn't. It never will. It never has. And that's the whole purpose of this video. So your nail shape, maybe square, maybe oval, maybe coffin shape, but make sure they're not too long. If they're short, that's good too. Short nails are actually quite preferred by refined and elegant ladies. They love short nails, nicely manicured, everything is neatly polished, cuticles are done, hands are soft, no hair on the hands, okay? SPF on your hands every day, good lotions on your hands every day, and do your dance movements every day, and your hands will look really delicate, very soft, very beautiful. And trust me, elegant artistic hands will make you stand out as a girl. Talking about body language, don't forget, you need to let your shoulders loose. Don't be stuck up and stiff. No, just your shoulders have to be really loose. So do your exercises, just move, do some dances, whatever, because you need to let loose. Your shoulders need to be falling. This, like this. Straight, but falling, okay? Not like this. Not stiff like this, nothing. Don't be uptight. Don't be uptight. Let them loose, let them fall, but still very quite straight, you know? So your back is quite straight too. Stretching helps quite a lot. I love to stretch because it really does help me define my body language. Try that. Or maybe dancing. Belly dancing and salsa makes you very, very feminine. I also suggest practice walking in front of a mirror at home with heels on, okay? When you walk with heels and practice in the mirror inside of your house, it's gonna help you improve your posture, as well as it's gonna strengthen your feet and your thighs so that you can easily walk and even run in heels outside, okay? So it's gonna give you it's gonna build that strength, if that makes sense. It's also going to give you a better posture, and it's also going to lift your hip area up. And that will also make it easy for you to actually walk with more elegance, because the more you practice walking with heels on, the better your walk and your posture gets, and that is very, very important. So practice that at home. So next time you go outside in heels, you wouldn't have no problem at all, because many people have a walk that looks like, again, like a duck quacking its way out on the streets. And that usually happens to ladies who are always wearing flats. They're so used to running in flats that the posture just looks a little off now, you know? So start wearing heels at home and just practice that walk, and you are definitely going to add some elegance in your walk like that. And it's a very easy way to do that, okay? So that will really help you instantly improve your posture. Let's move to point number 5, your eyebrows. I had to add this, okay? The rise of Instagram eyebrows forced me to add this point to my list today. You know why? Black, painted, drawn eyebrows, they never look elegant. If your face looks like somebody just drew like a triangle or a rectangle on your face with a black pencil or a black charcoal or like something like a crayon, there's something wrong with you. It doesn't look elegant. Maybe for 5 minutes on Instagram it could be a thing there, but generally it does not make you look elegant at all. So what makes your eyebrows look elegant? It does make a difference, because instantly it makes you look more elegant when you have softer, browner, rounder eyebrows. If you have really sharp edged eyebrows, like this sharp arch that people have, it makes you look very sharp and cunning and like clever. Elegant it is not. No. I cut my eyebrows just a while ago. I made them shorter. You know why? Only because I feel like I was having like the strong arch, and then my eyebrows were coming down too much here from the end, literally almost joining like the end of my eye. So they were really long, if that makes sense. So I cut them shorter just so my eyebrows stay up there. I hope that makes sense. But this look is a bit more soft on me, and it makes me look more youthful, more simple, more sophisticated also. I don't want arched long eyebrows that come down all the way, shaping your eye. To be honest, it is not a good look. It makes you look a little too common, a little too street-like. And I'm sorry if that is what you prefer, but we are talking about elegance today, and 5 ways to instantly make you look more elegant. Then eyebrows is very, very important. So dye them a little brown. Also, symmetry is so important, guys. Symmetry makes everything look a lot more neat and clean and more polished. So if you have a healthy gap between your eyebrows that looks good for your eye shape also, and doesn't make your nose look too thin or too big, well, we're going to talk about it in a minute, but remove that arch, make your eyebrows short, a healthy distance between the two eyebrows so it looks nice and complements your eye shape also. That's important. And also, if you think your eyebrows are too dark or too black, go ahead and dye them. You can tint your eyebrows too at home. It's not even that complicated, okay? Even if your complexion is, let's say, a little dusky, you still never really have to go for really dark eyebrows, because they will not make you look nice at all. So always have an eyebrow product which is a little brown, medium brown, let's say. I think that's a very safe choice. No matter what color complexion you are, medium brown eyebrows actually look nice on everybody, and they do make you look a bit more softer, a bit more feminine, you know. So brown is actually a very, very nice, interesting color. And also, if you stay medium brown, then whether you have black hair on your head, or dark brown hair, or medium brown hair, or even a little bit of blonde highlights in your hair, brown eyebrows will still look nice. Does that make sense? I hope you took notes of all these things. And also, let's talk about the gap between your eyebrows. Okay, so when your gap between the eyebrows is a little too much, that makes your nose look wide. Now, if you have a little bit of a chubby nose like me, if I do a little more gap than this right here, my nose instantly starts looking bigger, a little bigger, and my eyes start looking really small, and I almost look like Japanese. Well, no offense to Japanese, they're really cute, but I don't want that look on me. So if I do a little narrow, and trust me, I've had it all, okay? I've had it all. So if I do a little narrow gap between my eyebrows, which I had a while ago, okay, that makes me look, that doesn't give me that neat and polished look. It just makes me like every other person. That's what it does to me, you know. And I don't want to look like every other person. Like every other Asian person has like really small gap between like their eyebrows, and they are super arched and they're super thick, and the more hair and the better and stuff like this. I personally do not accept and go well with that concept. You know, I'm a little rebellious probably. To me, it just doesn't make sense, and I don't want to look like that. So therefore, and I will certainly never use like a black pencil to draw like a rectangle, and especially when you draw like a straight line hair, like this. That's a disaster. So you're talking elegance, this is the last thing you want to do. And now look at these ones here, so much better. Oh, she looks young, youthful, beautiful, very feminine, very elegant, very girly, very polite. You know, I think polite is the correct word. It makes you look polite when you have softer looking eyebrows. They make you look instantly elegant if you do it the right way, okay? So do your eyebrows today. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope these points helped you. If you guys want a part 2 of this, do let me know. Also, don't forget to see my other videos on this channel. I have many videos related to the level up journey and concept, you know. So if you are on this journey, maybe my videos will help you. I also have a video which actually really everybody quite liked, which was Level Up 101. I did that a few months ago. It's also on this channel. If you want to watch it, well, subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the notifications so every time I post you do get notified. Make sure you also comment on all my videos because it helps me reach more people, and it's about time that I take my channel a bit more seriously, okay? And your appreciation actually helps me and motivates me quite a lot. So thank you so much guys for your support so far. See you guys in my next video. Take care of yourself and take care of your well-being because that is very, very important. Bye!